Students, good morning to all of you. Students, our today's topic is moment of inertia. As you all know about inertia is the inherent property of a body up to which or due to which it cannot able to change its state of motion, rest or motion in one direction. It is inability of a body due to which it cannot able to change the condition of motion. Okay, so in rotational motion the inertia is similar to it, and it is related to the moment of a body doing circular motion, or we say rotatory motion. Okay, so as in the previous class we will learn the moment of force is given by couple of forces acting along a road or along a axis parallel to each other, and the distance between the two forces is perpendicular. Okay, therefore the calculation of moment of force is given by turning effect, which is known as torque, that is equal to tau equal to force into perpendicular displacement, that is vector tau is equal to vector f into vector r. Okay, now it is observed that when a body is doing a rotatory motion, then its mass then it depends on the mass of the particle or body doing rotatory motion and the radius. Okay, so we will start what is moment of inertia. Moment of inertia is inherent characteristic of rotating body due to which it is not able to change its condition of rotational motion. Okay, so moment of inertia is inability of a rotating body by virtue of which it cannot change its state of rotational motion by itself. Okay, this is moment of inertia. Now calculation of moment of inertia. moment of inertia. Okay, it is observed that if a body having mass, uh, consider a body having mass small m, and consider a circular body. Okay, consider a circular body having mass m and radius r. Therefore, it is observed that the inertia of body is directly proportional to its mass. That is, as the mass increased of the body, its moment of inertia also increased, which means heavier body is difficult to change its rotational motion or its state of motion. Okay, this is situation 1, and second is observed that the moment of inertia is directly proportional to the square of the radius of the body. That is, as the radius is increased, its moment of inertia is also increased. By combining both the laws, by combining both laws, we get moment of inertia is proportional to mr square. When we take out this proportional to sign, we get the result is k mr square. For normal situations, this k is equal to 1. Therefore, moment of inertia of body is mr square. Okay, this is the value of moment of inertia. Its unit is kilogram meter square, where m is mass, unit of mass is kilogram, r is distance, and unit of square of distance is meter square. It is a scalar quantity. Okay, it is a scalar quantity. Okay, now moment of inertia of a point, moment of inertia of a point, that is I is equal to mr square, as we discussed. Okay, and some objects for a system of particle that we understood about. Okay, second is moment of inertia of system of particle, of particles. Okay, let's say we have n particle system. Consider a system having n particles. N particles of masses m1, m2, m3, mn with radius, with distances r1, r2, r3 and rn. Therefore, moment of inertia I1 is mr1 square, I2 is m2r2 square, and moment of inertia of n particle is mn rn square. Therefore, total moment of inertia is equal to I1, I2 and up to In. So this value is m1 square, m1 r1 square, m2 r2 square and mn rn square, which is given by total inertia is equal to summation of m r square. This is the value of complete moment of inertia of n particle system. Okay, now we have some points. Note is first we have significance of moment of inertia. Okay, as the moment of inertia is we discussed that mr square, which means moment of inertia is directly proportional to mass and radius of the body. Okay, so suppose we have a body with area pi r square. Okay, so the mass of the body is distributed equally, which means moment of inertia depends on, first we have moment of inertia depends upon distribution of mass. Distribution of mass of body. Okay, second, the second and important part, that is more is the moment of inertia more is difficult to change the condition of motion. Of body. Okay, and the third part is more more body would like to retain its condition. Okay, that is a body having a large moment of inertia it would like to, or it able to retain its condition of motion in same straight line. For example, a bicycle is moving on the road and an obstacle is appeared in the path of the bicycle. We observe that it disbalances or stop immediately. Okay, but if a car is traveling from the same path and the same obstacle is appeared in the path of the car, the motion of the car not disturbed due to that obstruction. Okay, similarly, if a smaller wheel force, if we take a wheel of a bike, okay, motorbike, and one wheel which is a truck, okay, so if we apply the same energy to the both wheels and place an obstacle in between, in the path of the both wheel, which is having the same strength, okay, so the bicycle will stopped due to the obstruction, but the wheel of the truck not stopped, and it will remain in the motion in a straight line because of heavier mass body having the large moment of inertia. And here we have more body would like to retain, which means its original position maintain, okay, maintaining the original position. And this second point is also indicate the same point. More is the moment of inertia, more difficult to change the condition of motion of the body. Okay, this is moment of inertia. Now students, we will discuss about the moment of inertia some objects. Okay, so moment of inertia of some object. Okay, here is serial number, next is shape, next is its diagram, okay, and next we'll let the axis about which axis of rotation, and next we have the moment of inertia mi. Okay, so first we have a ring. Okay, ring is like this, and the moment of inertia of this ring about its natural axis, okay, axis is natural axis, okay, as geometry, so its moment of inertia is mr square. Second we have ring again, okay, and the moment of inertia is its diameter, okay, diameter as axis, okay, so its moment of inertia is half mr square. Second we have next we have a disk. So in this case a disk with the natural axis, okay, natural axis, its moment of inertia is half mr square. Okay, and another is disk. Center of axis of rotation is its diameter as axis. So in this case, here we have the half of the initial case. So here again we have half of the moment of inertia of disk with the natural axis, that is 1 by 4 mr square. Okay, next is fifth, that is a thin rod. Let's see this only. So a thin rod has the axis of rotation is the center point. Okay, this for this uh, this is also called center of mass. Axis at cm is at center of mass, and you can also say that center of gravity point, at where the total mass concentrated. Okay, for this the moment of inertia is 1 by 12 m l square, where m is mass of the rod and l is length of rod. Okay, this is l. And next we have a lamina. Okay, a lamina is a plane surface, or we say a two dimensional surface. For lamina, the axis of rotation is this, or the center point of the all axes, like this. This is the center of mass of lamina. Therefore, axis at cm for the lamina. For this, the value of this, here is length of lamina and this will be the breadth of lamina. So by using the same formula, we have m by 12 l square plus b square. Okay. Okay. Next we have is moment of inertia of hollow sphere. First we take rod and then hollow cylinder. Okay, this is the shape, and a hollow cylinder is like this. Okay, the axis of rotation is passing from its natural axis. Natural axis is the line of center of radius. Okay, so its axis of rotation is about natural axis. Natural axis. Okay, this is equal to mr square. Next, solid cylinder. Solid cylinder. For a solid cylinder, again, a solid cylinder is made up of ring. Okay, and many rings, and a hollow cylinder is made up of two rings. Okay, so again, axis of rotation is as same as the above. Okay, and as we have the moment of inertia of a ring about its diameter, that is half mr square. The moment of inertia for the solid cylinder is c. Next is important, a hollow sphere. Hollow sphere. Okay. Hollow sphere is this, and the axis is about diameter. About diameter. Clear? For this, the moment of inertia is diameter. It will divide in two parts. So 2 by 3 mr square. And next and most important, solid sphere. Okay. This is a solid sphere and it is also about diameter. The moment of inertia value for this is 2 by 5 mr square. These are some shapes and the moment of inertia for the bodies. Okay, these are some important bodies and their moment of inertia and their diagram and axis of rotations. Okay, copy all these notes. Students, next we have a theorem related to moment of inertia. Moment of inertia theorem. Okay. This time the theorem is not in your syllabus, but application related to the theorem is in the syllabus. So I will just write the two theorems related to the moment of inertia. One is perpendicular axis theorem. Perpendicular axis theorem. And another is parallel axis theorem. Okay, axis theorem. Okay, so perpendicular axis theorem. Perpendicular axis theorem. Okay, according to this theorem, we have a body with its axis about x, y, and z direction. Okay, this is y, x, and z. Okay, therefore the moment of inertia about z axis, okay, moment of inertia about z axis is about z axis. Okay, y dash x dash. Okay, so it is observed that the moment of inertia about z axis when we drop a perpendicular from from z axis, let's say point this on x axis to point A, this is the point of origin, and from the same point, let's say this point is P, on y axis let's say is B. Therefore the body is rotating about z axis. Okay, therefore this distance is x and this distance is y, this distance is x and this distance is y. Then we will calculate this distance by using Pythagoras theorem in triangle OPA. OP square is equal to x square plus y square, and OP is z square is equal to x square plus y square. Okay, so according to this, moment of inertia about z axis is equal to m, total mass of the body, is z square, which is m, z we have value x square plus y square. When we multiply this inside, we get mx square plus my square. Okay, so students, when the body is rotating about y axis, okay, so it is due to inertia of x axis, and when it is rotating about y axis, so force is applicable on the x axis. Therefore this is the moment of inertia about y axis, and this is moment of inertia about x axis. Therefore moment of inertia about z axis is moment of inertia about x axis plus moment of inertia about y axis. Okay, where Ix is equal to my square and Iy is equal to mx square. Okay, moment of inertia about x and Ix, moment of inertia about x axis is my square. Okay, this is perpendicular axis theorem. Then we can state the perpendicular axis theorem is the moment of inertia about z axis is the algebraic sum of the moment of inertia about x axis and moment of inertia about y axis. Okay, now second we have the parallel axis theorem. Parallel axis theorem. Okay, just I will explain you that suppose we have a figure like this and its natural axis is passing from point O. Okay, and this point is location of center of mass. This is location of center of mass. Clear? Now the force is applied or the body is rotating about an axis which is parallel to its natural axis n and s. This is a axis pq which is parallel to natural axis about point o dash. Let the distance between point axis and this is a. Okay, therefore according to this, the moment of inertia about parallel axis is equal to moment of inertia about center of mass plus m a square, which is distance from the center of mass. It is also calculate easily by using the total distance. Let's say it is r and the total distance will become r plus a. Okay, so the moment of inertia of this point, okay, a about o dash or a axis parallel to the natural axis. Clear? We can calculate this. IPA is equal to m and this r plus a whole square. Okay, when we open this square we get m r square plus a square plus 2 mra. Okay, now by multiplying moment of inertia about parallel axis is mr square ma square. Okay, 1 minute. Here we have 2ra and plus 2 mra. Okay, now this is moment of inertia about center of mass. This is ma square and this value is 0 because moment of mass about radius r is equal to 0. Therefore this total value become 0. Therefore moment of inertia about parallel axis is moment of inertia about center of mass plus ma square. Okay, as we discussed in the statement. This is the moment of inertia of parallel axis. Okay, now I will just explain you the moment of inertia about perpendicular and parallel axis to you because its application in the syllabus in 2021. Okay, so this we will done here. Next we have the application which we done in the next class. Thank you.